I remembered my parents' business card long before I remembered a lot of other things. There are houses I lived in as a child that I can't recall anything from. Entire timelines are just blank. But that business card, that little burgundy rectangle card with the devil grinning on it, I never forgot that. The tagline said, "The devil made me do it," in white letters. And it had that little cartoon devil holding a pitchfork with a triangle on the tail and a smug little smile, that classic smirk. I remember the smirk most of all, because my biological father, he had that same smirk. It wasn't just a business card. It was a calling card. It was his joke, his trophy, and we were the punchline. They were weekend DJs, disco jockeys, my mom and him. That's what the business card was for. There was another slogan on the card too. I remember that now. The hottest DJ in town. Of course, the hottest, the devil. And he knew it. He loved it. That whole card was a mask he wore, smiling right at people while doing the darkest things behind closed doors. And no one saw it. Or if they did, they didn't say anything. Well, actually, there were people who did see it. But that's a different story for a different episode. But to most, he was just the guy with the sound system and the jokes and the records and the smile. But I knew. Even as a little girl, I knew. That devil on the card looked like him. It didn't just look like him, it was him. He had stacks of records, more records than anyone I knew. Towering piles of records. And I remember them in every house, even when I was just 3 years old. That's probably why they started DJing. He loved that sound. But more than that, he loved the control. He would set up 2 stereos, one to play the record, one to record the sound onto cassette. And he'd say, "Don't make a sound." We weren't allowed to breathe wrong while he was recording. Because if the tape picked up a noise, or if the record skipped, there would be hell to pay. He hated starting over. If the record jumped, whether it was our fault or his. It didn't matter. Someone would be punished. That's something I remember clearly. The tension, the silence, the fear of messing it up. Imagine that. Being scared to sway to music. Being scared to move to a beat. Because the wrong step might make the needle jump. And then the devil would wake up. Sometimes we danced a little, carefully, in one spot. Just swaying to whatever old track he was recording. Because the music was loud and it called you. But the fear always played louder. And he would play the records and record them onto tape. So when he handed out his little burgundy business card, he was passing out those tapes too. But it's what you didn't hear in those tapes. A wife and 3 children tortured to be silent. His rituals, his violence, his smirk. The devil made me do it. He thought it was funny, but it wasn't. It was real. The card was his confession, right in plain sight. No one questioning what the devil really made him do. That's why I chose the title, The Devil Made Me Do It Show, for my television series. Not because it's catchy, not because it's shocking, but because it was already written. I didn't come up with it. He did. And now I take it back. Now it's my voice under that title. My story. He tried to brand himself the hottest DJ in town. But I'm the one spinning the truth now. I dropped the needle. And now, the music is mine.